Now, the gameplay you will be seeing is me playing Mercy in gold because I don't feel like trying. Whenever I actually put effort into this game, I feel it stealing whatever sanity I have left. I tried playing Overwatch Classic and the enemy team ran a full team of, you guessed it, WIDOWMAKER. Instantly left and queued up for comp on a gold account because anything diamond and above, I'd be sitting in an 8-minute queue time. And of course, my first game in gold, the enemy ran Widow. I regret not standing still and letting this bitch headshot me off cooldown so these fucking brain dead devs who only balance around statistics can finally see how broken she is. Please subject this balance team to play against a Masters or GM Widow and see how long they last. Matter of fact, I'll be running for president in 2028 and the first thing I'm gonna do is subject criminals who do the most heinous crimes to not the death penalty, but something worse, and that's playing against Widow all day every day for the rest of their life, a punishment more severe than death itself. Now really the only way to counter this hero is by mirroring, and it's probably the only hero in the game who's like that. And I know a lot of you brain dead fucks are gonna be like, oh, just go dive. Yeah, just wait till the end of the video and then type your stupid ass comment. I have about 13 hours on this hero because I actually like women. Listen, not that there's anything wrong with liking cocks in your mouth, you do you, but all I'm gonna say is there's a reason a lot of girls like playing Widow. Same thing with Mercy. You see a straight guy playing Mercy and it'll make you think twice about their sexuality. I mean, that's how I feel about straight men playing Widow. But Raider, that's such a homophobic thing to say. I am homophobic. Now what? Kidding. But look at this game where we are struggling because our tank can't survive. She's constantly getting demeched. Oh, but fear not, we are on a map that gives me free positioning. Don't have a team? Don't worry about it. Just go Widow and click heads on the most poorly designed fucking map that automatically gives you the win if you pick this fucking hero. Bada bing, bada boom. Fucking busting kneecaps like I'm from New York and my last name is DeVito. No team, no problem. You can solo carry games by picking the schmuck of a hero and handing out Louisville sluggers. I apologize to you Sombra players because at one point I hated Sombra players so much I was contemplating voting for Trump. Like, get that Abuelita's chocolate bitch out of here. We speak English around these parts. But now I'd get on my knees begging and pleading to bring back permanent invis because anything is better than Widow being meta. I feel like I'm playing COD MW19. There was a rat around every corner, people camping and mounting on windows made it impossible to rush anything. That's how I feel playing Overwatch 2 now. Enemy picks Widow, time to play fucking peekaboo, time to play hide behind a wall simulator. Now, other than mirroring a Widow or having a Widow of your own that can contest theirs, really the only other counter to Widow is having a full coordinated dive team. Yes, you have to have the fucking Avengers, you have to have SEAL Team 6 coordinated, 3, 2, 1 this bitch. Listen, I rarely cry about heroes being meta or other heroes being meta because, you know, they have counters to them, right? For example, Diva being meta, you can go Zarya, you can go Double Beam, you can go Brig. But the problem arises when a character is meta that has zero counters besides mirroring or having a full coordinated dive. And listen, if you think I'm biased or crying because, you know, I have a reputation of hating Widow, bro, I've always hated Widow. I've made a Widow rant video like 2 years ago. However, I never made one since because even though she's, you know, fucking annoying to play against, you had Sombra to counter her. Again, I'm fine with characters being meta as long as they have counters. Widow doesn't have a counter anymore because they fucking buried Sombra, and her critical rate, her headshot rate in GM is like 30%. That means 1 out of every 3 shots the Widow takes, one of my teammates is getting their fucking head blown off. But if you're not gonna nerf her directly, the best way to nerf a hero like that, because obviously you have to have a sniper in the game and obviously you can't take away her one shot, you know, be fair, as much as I fucking hate it, you have to have a character like Widow because a lot of players like playing snipers. Now, why would you want to play a slow-paced hero that sits in the back of the map in a fast-paced FPS shooter? I don't understand, and I'll never understand it. Again, I do not like cocks in my mouth, so I don't understand you Widow players. But you know, to each their own. You gotta be fair. You can't take away her one shot. However, you can indirectly nerf her by buffing her counters. There is no reason not to buff Genji. Widow is in a broken state right now. Why not buff the character that's meant to counter her? But no, we buff Moira to put an exclamation mark on the fuck you to this hero. I can't even remember the last time Genji got balanced. The last thing I fucking remember is when they gave him more ammo, which was an accident, by the way. They accidentally left the ammo buff in the patch and said, ah, fuck it, might as well keep it. You know what that feels like? It feels like working a cash register and someone comes to the counter with a bag of chips that cost $5 and they give you $5 and a penny and say, keep the change. Like, no, fuck you, bitch. Fuck your penny. fuck your pity buffs. I'd much rather suffer and feed into my masochist needs than take your fucking pity buff. It's just a slap to the face. Yeah, we didn't really mean to buff the worst DPS character in the game, but we just left it there because we're fucking lazy fucks. And now that Widow is completely broken with one of her biggest counters getting gutted, which is Sombra, it's a perfect opportunity to indirectly nerf her. But nah, let's not do that. Let's keep conforming and balancing around statistics. Widow performs badly in low ranks, so therefore she's balanced. Yeah, newsflash to these brain dead fucking devs. Everyone in low ranks are actually mouth breathing paraplegics. How about we balance around players who actually have their monitors on? Speaking of low ranks, I already know what's coming in the comments. Widow isn't broken, just go dive. So let's look at all her counters and go through each one, and rather than typing such a brain dead comment, I want you to try to counter these points. So let's look at dive tanks. Dive tanks are immediately out of the question because everybody counter picks the tanks. Yes, on paper, a dive tank does counter Widow, but take into account the other 4 players on her team that will swap to counter you. You want to go monkey? The enemy team is going to go diva and shove her mech in your fucking mussy anytime you want to dive the Widow. Want to go ball or doom? The enemy can go hog, or their supports can go brig and make you absolutely useless. I know they don't do this around your ranks, but this is pretty common around masters and above. So that immediately counters any dive tank. Now let's look at DPS. We got Sombra, the character that got gutted. We got Tracer, a character with such a high skill floor. We got Genji, the worst DPS character in the game that gets shut down just by looking at him. I'm pretty sure Iadi's headshot or Kiriko's headshot damage do more than a swing by Genji's Dragon Blade. And if it's not more, it's definitely close, which is just fucking sad to even think about. Then you got supports. Everybody and their mother is gonna say Lucio. I already know. I see Frogger kill Widows all the time, so you have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, Frogger plays in the top 1% of Overwatch players who can play around missing one support. Try this in mid GM and below, and your team will be dying left and right, dropping like flies because they're not competent enough to not take damage or play around missing one support while you're trying to right it in the Widow's backline. And one counter for all of these heroes is that you have to close the gap from you to the Widow that's sitting in fucking St. Louis. Sometimes she's so far away that you have to use 6 blinks on Tracer to even set up, and by the time you get there, all your teammates are cosplaying as JFK. Not to fucking mention, she has 4 other teammates that aren't just gonna let you close the gap so easily. You think the 4 other teammates are just gonna let you walk up to the Widowmaker that's sitting in Minnetonka? No, it's just like these people who say just go dive. They fail to account like the distance the bitch sits in. There is maps where she's so fucking far away, you have to use so many cooldowns just to even get to her, and then you take into account that she's gonna get healed, she's gonna get peeled, and she has a grappling hook that she can just run away on after you get to her, bro. It's oh my god, I'm literally mauling just thinking about it. I haven't played this game in 2 weeks and I'm already mauling. So the only things that objectively counter Widow is mirroring the Widow or running a full coordinated dive SEAL Team 6 style. Number 1, mirroring Widow. Not all of us like dicks in our ass, so we don't play the character and will get outclassed by the scrawny femboys that put 1,000 hours on Widow. And 2, asking for coordination in a ranked match, asking teammates to swap, forget about it. They're gonna just play whatever characters they want and will just blame the DPS or tank when they lose the game. It is the most frustrating fucking experience. But don't worry, they're gonna buff Kiri, they're gonna buff Malga, they're gonna keep buffing Ashe. It's like there's just certain heroes where if they're not meta, the next patch they'll get compensation buffs or they'll get buffed. And then you have characters who are just left in the dust like Genji, who never get changed despite them being so fucking dog shit because the balance team just balances around statistics. Even though I can't even imagine Genji doing good in low ranks because Moira is constantly picked. Sell those mythic skins, I guess, you know, make that money, Blizzard. Anyways, that has been today's video. I know uploads have been slow, but I'm here to announce that I will be uploading weekly on this channel now. I'm gonna be abandoning my second channel. Basically, to summarize, I didn't expect my second channel to do amazing. You know, every video on my second channel gets around 20,000 views, and in 5 videos it had about 10,000 subscribers. I didn't expect it to do that well, so now it feels kind of like a waste because the main reason I didn't want to upload those videos on my main channel is because I didn't think you guys wanted to see them. But now that I'm seeing that you guys actually do want to see them and they're doing well on my second channel, it's like, why don't you just upload it on your main channel so it'll get more views? So I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, what was the point of the second channel? You could kind of see it as an experiment. Starting from this week, I will be uploading weekly. Hell, I might even upload 2 videos a week. I'm just gonna stop overthinking shit and upload content. The toxic videos might be really rare. You know, I might upload those like once every 2 months. I don't care anymore. I'm just gonna upload consistently, upload whatever I want, whether it's rants, anything really that comes to my head. So I hope you guys look forward to that. I love you guys so much. Have a good rest of your day / night, and peace.